Hello there, this is your vlog entry for the 14th of July 2012. Well, it's a Saturday, so it was off down to Waterlooville for your day off. I.e., you don't sit on the computer, you don't go to Waterlooville, you go to Havant instead and you drink and get drunk, then you come home, then you watch TV and drink more. When you're in Kentucky Fried Chicken, where you go before you have go down to the Parsimacas and get drunk, there was a woman in there, a very very attractive woman, long blondish hair, big tits, and she, basically they were hanging out really, like where way women wear tops and they're cut so low you can basically see their tits, all but their nipples basically. Up to about there. I think any men who's watching this will know what I'm going on about. Anyway, you sat there thinking about it, and you was like trying not to look at her, but you were, and you was thinking to yourself, what's she going to do if I find out she finds out I'm looking at her, and if she calls me a filthy pervert, I'm going to kill her. Because look at her, she's going around with her buddy like that, and really, it's not really I'm a filthy pervert. It's I'm looking at her. No, I'm not supposed to be looking at her. Not because I'm a man, but because I'm the sort of man I am. And you was thinking to yourself how pissed off and angry that would make you. And you thought to yourself, if that did happen, maybe what you could end up doing is thinking to yourself, if you saw her going to the toilet, you think to yourself, I think I'm going to have a visit to the toilet. But you wouldn't visit the man's toilet, you'd visit the woman's toilet, go in and beat the shit out of her and have a good grope of her tits. Because basically, some other bloke's obviously doing it, so why shouldn't you? Why should you have to go without sex? And, then you... But basically, the moral of this story is basically not the moral, but the thing is, you've been thinking about going to somewhere called Fitness First, but you've told yourself you're not going to go there because there's going to be women there. And if you fall in love with some woman down there and she doesn't fall in love with you, you are going to be in a lot of trouble, like you were at the church. But also, you may even find yourself in a situation where you're going to get nowhere with a woman, but you still look because she's attractive. And then she goes and whines up to her partner, oh, I've got this really creepy man looking at me, it's really horrible. Or just basically, maybe she'll just say, this horrible man keeps looking at me. He'll go, right, we'll go down and sort him out. He'll come down to Fitness First, have a go at you, and you'll decide to yourself, I'm not putting up with this anymore, I've had enough. I'm a normal person. Just because I'm disabled does not mean to say I have to go through this aggro and I can do something about it. Next time you go down and you see her, you beat the shit out of her. But that could happen anywhere, at any time. You could get up one day and just decide you're going to go somewhere and somebody takes the piss out of you, and you just feel that they know that you're one of those people who hasn't got a woman, and they know why, and that makes you very angry, and it makes you very angry that they're just taking the piss. This happened before. One of these days it's going to happen, and you're just going to do something that you can't just get away with, and your entire life is just going to change. You're not going to be living in this flat anymore. You're not going to be living the high life in this flat anymore, doing what you want, talking to yourself, playing with Sandra, and all the rest of it. You're going to be in a place where you're going to be dressed exactly the same as everyone else. Obviously, every time you get a meal, you're going to be, you're not going to be, in front of the queue, so to speak, and there's going to be a fight because someone was in there before you and all that. And if it's got something to do with a woman, you're more than likely going to end up becoming a filthy pervert and one of the most detested people inside in the prison, which is where you think you probably end up. So you think the best thing to do really is not do something to the woman, but do something to the man, so he can't have another woman because he'll be so ugly. Ram a knife in his face and slash his eye out or something to make him unemployable like you are. And basically the rest of the day went down to the Parchment Makers, got drunk, You didn't get kicked out this week like you did last week, probably because you hadn't drunk too much. And you came home, you pissed that bite in the doorway of the flat, which wasn't very nice. But nobody saw you, so it didn't matter. Once you did it at the bus stop coming home, and if you got caught by a policeman, you'd spent the rest of the night in the police cells. But you didn't, because you weren't caught pissing at the police at the bus stop. And you came home, you watched TV, you watched the programme about Britain's Best #1 and Top of the Pops 2, and then you fell asleep on the sofa and woke up. And instead of laying on your bed with your clothes on, you actually got into bed with your pants and t-shirt on, which was a bit of a novelty now. And that was it. End of another fun day.